It's about 3 hours since I used the car. Let's see if we can get a good reading on the oil now. Still feels pretty warm. Always wipe it down first. And I'm parked on a pretty level surface. I've noticed that if I park on a slightly sloped surface, it can affect the reading. If the car's sloping this way, it looks like I've got more oil, and then if I just turn around the car and park that way, sloping that way, I've got a bit less oil. So pushed all the way in, give it a second and then pull it out. Okay, and you can see we're totally full. We're at H, so 3 hours is enough to leave the car to cool off, so you can get a good reading of oil. So that's good to know. And I do like to check the oil very regularly because it consumes quite a bit of oil. Get that back in. It consumes quite a bit of oil. So Josh, keep the oil in here. There's an old carton that's an old bottle that's nearly finished and a fresh one. They have a level on the side, so you can see how much is left. So this one's pretty much 1 litres left. If you can just see that there, if I put it level. More like half a litre when it was on the floor. And the distance between the H and the L on the dipstick is 1 litre. So if it's down at the L, you know you need about 1 litre of oil. So we've topped up the oil, closed the bonnet. The next thing I'm going to show you is this little button here. Reset that. So now we know the oil's full, we're on 0 miles. So once you get to 200, or if you know you're going to get to 200 in the next day, for example you drive 130 miles, stop overnight, you're going to drive 130 back, you should really top up the oil and then reset that little button there. Okay. The couple of other things I'll show you, just to make your life easier, is reverse. There's no marking there, there's no marking there, so reverse is where 6th would be, but with it pressed in. Okay. You can't get there without pressing it in. The driver's side wiper, the driver's side window goes down on automatic, but if you put it up on automatic, it bounces back. So I always just pull it, you know, half the way, not the whole way. If you pull it just half the way, but if you pull it the whole way, it bounces back. Apparently it's a really common problem. So there we go. Oh, that didn't reset right. There we go, that's a reset. Weird. Okay, so then the other thing I was going to show you was this little computer here. 32 miles distance till empty. It's a very vague approximation, but it can be interesting. You can flick through with the top button. Time of day. The other thing, when you're using the radio, just plug your iPhone into that and press the source button till it goes to USB. Then you can skip tracks like that. And anything else worth telling you? Oh yeah, one more one more thing. The mirrors open, close, but it's really hard to see what's happening behind you when you're reversing. So you can set it to right or left and then jiggle the mirror around. That's quite useful. But a really useful thing to tell you, especially if you and Isabel have got bags, the boot button's there and you lift it up, but in winter when it's slightly cold it always wants to fall back down, so just be really careful, don't drop it on your head, okay?